There's one mistake that can really mess up your planing, and most beginners don't even know that they're doing it. Today on Woodworking with Wes, I'm going to show you a simple routine that will keep your cut smooth and your planing looking great. The one mistake that I'm talking about is proper cleaning and maintenance. Today I'm going to show you how to clean and rotate the blades on a helical cutter head so that you can end up with that smooth planing that you're after every time. The first thing we'll do is remove the dust collecting shroud by removing these screws. We're provided with a special wrench to do that. That just comes off like that and exposes our cutting head right back here. Of course, we've unplugged our machine so that we have no power. We don't want to be unsafe. You can see all of the dirt and dust in here, and here is our individual cutter heads right here. Each cutter head has 4 sides. What we're going to do today is we're going to rotate our heads 1/4 turn and give us a nice, fresh, new, sharp edge on our cutters. Okay, let's show you how I do it. In order to make sure that I get it correct, I'm going to take a Sharpie here and I'm going to put a little mark on each cutter head right there. Let me pull this forward. And I'm going to put a mark right there just like that. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that when I take that cutter out, I will know that I need to rotate that 1/4 turn. We have a special little wrench here. Our wrench fits into the screw. These are really tightened down tight, so we really have to crank on them to get them to loosen. There we go. We loosen that up. I'm going to get my fat fingers in the way here, so just bear with me for a minute. Here's the little screw that we just took out, and here's our cutter head. We're now going to rotate it like that so that we have a new fresh blade on there. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we're clean. Now see, I've got a little putty knife right here. See, we've got some sawdust, some pitch underneath there. We want to make sure that that's all cleaned off. The reason we want to make sure that we have that all clean is because when it sits back down into the little area where it sits, we don't want to have anything holding that up in any way, shape, or form. There's a little bit more sawdust right there. We're just going to get in there. We're going to clean that all out. Make sure that our area is nice and clean and flat. And then we're going to put our screw back in here like this. I'm going to tip this back up straight like this as best I can. And sorry about my fat fingers in the way. There's no other way to do it. Okay, we've got our screw started. Let's rotate this so you can see it. You can see where I have my mark rotated to the right, or to the left, 1/4 turn. We're tightening our head back up now, ever so slightly. We want to make sure that our screw seats down into the little pocket like it's supposed to, and that our blade is right where it's supposed to be, like that. Okay. Now that looks to be right where it's supposed to be. It's lined up against the backstop, this little backstop right here. It's lined up like it's supposed to be, has the correct angle. Now we want to cinch it down really good and tight. We don't want this to come loose at all. Okay, there's our first one. Now I want to show you one other thing. Look underneath this head. See all these little, see this sawdust that's underneath here? A little bit of residue from the planing that we've done. We want to make sure that that's cleaned off as we go across it. So we'll do that. Okay, Time for number 2. And let's, again, we're... Okay, there it comes loose. I tell you, I really make sure they're cranked down tight when I change them so that I don't ever have to worry about them coming loose. Okay. There are 3 rows of cutters on our helical head, and so we have quite a few of these little blades that need to be changed. Let's bring this back out again. Okay, here's our blade. Take it out here. See, again, we've got a little bit of residue underneath there. We want to make sure that that's all cleaned off really good. It's time consuming. It'll take maybe even a couple of hours to get this all nice and clean. And then we go back up to the little pocket here. See the little bit of stuff there? We want to make sure that's all nice and clean so that when we put it back on, there's nothing holding it uneven. There you go again. We're just getting ready to put it back in. You can see where I've moved my mark 1/4 turn. Tightening our screw into place like that, making sure. See how the back of the blade lines up again to the backstop there, to the little support piece. Okay, and then, like I say, tighten down really good and tight. Okay, there we are. There's 2 done. Okay, this is just a repeat it, do an over and over and over process, just like this. Let me go ahead and get a bunch of these done, and we'll put it all back together and show it all nice and clean. One of the other things that I want to show you that we're going to clean is we're going to clean off this pitch. This is kind of a pitch residue that is on the back side here. This is kind of keeping your sawdust as you're planing, your chips can get hung up on there, and so it doesn't exhaust as good as it should. We're going to get that all cleaned off and clean that off too. We'll clean off this so that our chips can come out there real good, and we'll also clean off the inside of our shroud that we took off so that everything is nice and clean and smooth so that our chips can clean out good and our blades will be nice and smooth because we've turned our new blades to the front. We have all of our heads turned 1/4 turn. You can see my little mark is now off to the left hand side. We've scraped that back wall. I just wanted to show you, this is some of the crud that came out of the back side there. Keeping that clean helps your planer exhaust better, clean better, and so always plane better. Now we put the shroud back on. Fits down just like that. Our 2 little screws go back in the holes with our special little wrench. And then let's go over and run a piece through and see how it does. Okay, the last part of our clean is to wax our table so that our wood slides through nice and smooth. I use just paste wax, tree wax, and like it says in the movie, wax on, wax off. This allows our wood to slide smoother through the planer. Ooh, nice. And there you have it, how to clean and maintain your planer. See you next time on Woodworking with Wes.